Hey Mike, how you doing today?
Oh, hi David, how are you?
All righty.
Good, good. Just here measuring some setbacks and how you doing?
Good to see you. Thanks
Good.
for coming out.
Oh, no problem. Always good to be here.
Yeah.
Nice sunny day.
Yeah, that's it.
Spent a little time not killing myself.
Yeah. So I just wanted to go over some septic system designs and criteria because we're rural here, so I don't have a choice of public system. I just got to do private now. You do a lot of that work, or?
Yeah. Last year we did probably close to 70 of them. We do our fair share of them.
Okay.
We get the home package and then individual septics, replacements, failures, whatnot, depending on what the need, a tank or a field or combination of both. And for here, obviously you had an engineered design because it was new construction. That's what the town code requires.
Yep.
And so we dug the test holes, a few years ago. Obviously the criteria or the data hasn't really changed, the soil hasn't changed. So the good part for you is that we came up with really good soil, very permeable, which under the Connecticut Health Code, they set up a table for different soil conditions for percolation and sizing to that.
Yep.
So, and it came up favorable, so you have like an inch in 10 minutes. It falls in that parameter, so it'll perk well, so you don't need such a expensive large system. Even though you have a good sized home, the soils will accommodate what you're going to do.
Oh, that's good.
But it doesn't stop you from going a little bit bigger if that's what we choose to do. Okay, for amenities, large tubs, garbage disposals, things like that, you add to the system. So with the design that was set forth by the engineer, they called for a 1,000-gallon tank because it was a 3-bedroom home under the code, 2-compartment tank, 2/3 for sludge and 1/3 for the water, and then a filter, and then out to your leaching field. It's a very good system, the Geomatrix, what they designed for the leaching product. A little more time consuming for my operation, and you buy it per square foot or rent the unit and then put in your sand and stone. That was the design that was set forth. We use a lot of the Mantis unit, which is this cell here. It's very light. It comes in a 3x5 segment. The water comes in. It gets dispersed between these holes here at 5 and 7.
And go into each one of those.
And then you have a 12 o'clock hole. As it floods up, it spreads out. These are more economical, state approved. In Connecticut, it gives you a full 18 inches when flooded. By 4 feet is what you have for the span. So it's a very good system. They're economical, very user-friendly.
A lot of square footage or surface area, I should
these
say.
are calculated at 11 per square foot in the leaching world. The others are a little higher. The stone and pipe, which most people are familiar with, or a concrete galley, give you very low credit. So you need a lot of trenches. So today everybody's looking at saving money, less digging, high yield, and then getting storage. And these products obviously are much quicker to use.
Right, so you did one row of something like this, whereas if I did the pipe and the stone, you would...
you would need 4 or 5 rows. Okay, and you just don't have the topography or the landmass. Well, you have the landmass, but trying to get it all in here, the excavation would far exceed the cost.
So that makes sense.
It does. It makes, and it's a very good product. Now, the thing that people have to worry about with the fabric products that you use is the effluent coming out of the tank, because the small particles will paste these things within, inside the fabric.
Yeah, and this keeps the stuff from getting in, but it's got to...
But it also will paste from the inside out. So what we do, and it's allowed under the state code, this is your normal size outlet with a filter, It's only 18 inches roughly. And
so this is in the tank, right?
This is in your septic tank on the 1/3 side of the water side on the outlet. And there's a filter that goes in like this, but it's only this long.
Oh,
And it's an 1/8 inch slot by state code.
right.
Okay, it works, but if you get any increase in use, what happens is the hydraulics will push the solids through this. Okay, it doesn't settle within the tank enough,
Okay.
and then the next thing you know, it's coming inside of this and causing it the start of a failure.
That's serviceable. This isn't serviceable.
Well,
That's
it
how I
is by
look at it.
replacement, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So this is much cheaper. So what we do is, we take, this is an Aranco filter,
Yeah, but look at the size
biotube.
of that one. It's,
Yeah. Well, it's only like $40 more, but the protection is far greater. We go to a 1/16 inch screen. Okay, so you're screening the product more. And we install this one instead, and it's very serviceable.
Yep.
And not that it's a better filter, it just gives us more protection
Right.
to protect your investment out in the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we also do is to help with the issue of the particles getting out into the field is we oversize the tank.
Okay.
When they went to one compartment, from 1 compartment tanks to 2 compartment, it went 2/3, 1/3. So you take a 1,000-gallon tank, now you're cutting it down to 750, which now takes away your settling time. So now, unlike yours, we went to a 1,500-gallon tank,
Yep.
which under code allows you to go to up to a 5-6 bedroom, which you're not doing at this
Right.
point, but it gives your solids more chance to settle down before it exits, which then gives you a better water quality,
Yeah.
plus denitrifies better, and then by the time it gets out to here, you're actually passing cleaner water.
Right.
So there's less chance of failure.
Well,
And
that's
this
good.
gives you a longer service interval between these two. This you get 3 to 5 years. This will go probably 7, no problem.
Right.
But in Connecticut, in Old Saybrook, we passed an ordinance, 5 years mandatory,
Okay.
and you'll get a card from the town.
Right.
When I was chairman of the Water Pollution Board, we set up that protocol so that actually we found about 86% of the people didn't have an outlet filter.
Filter. Oh my God.
Right. So since then, the whole water quality issue has come up, and the state has obviously recognized that we're doing our part in cleaning up the waters of
Well,
the
that's
town.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
You know, little things can go a long way. Mandatory clean out check, you know, that kind of stuff.
Simple, cheap little fixes like that. Really, just this here, by doing this $120 product, saved you about $6,500 there.
Right. 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 Yeah.
It's very simple math. It doesn't take rocket, and it'll give you probably another 25, 30 years of life.
Right. Right. Right.
So things like that.
Yeah, it's funny. Again, when you have your own private septic system, there's a lot more concerns where
Right.
somebody, on a public, they don't care. They put anything down the drain. Garbage disposal. I was never told. I was told never do a garbage disposal. Have you put one in down there for a septic
Well,
system?
we have, and that's where we oversize the tank. And every time I put in a system, because you may not live here after this, and the next person comes in and puts in a garbage disposal, and then this stuff isn't in, it's a killer immediately,
Yeah.
because you're mashing up, you're letting all the grease and fats out of it, and then it forms a cake. And then that cake comes down to here.
Yeah, okay.
So I do this because it's my name on the product. I don't want to hear from somebody in 5 or 10 years if something happens, or your wife says, hey, I want a garbage disposal now. And you're going to just say, okay, whatever you want, honey. All right, we do that.
Yes. Yes.
So now you're not calling me up and say, hey, Mike, we need to dig this up. You've put the insurance policy in up front.
Okay.
Okay, you suffered the bullet up front. For the cheap money up front, you don't have to see me again.
Yeah, that's
So,
great. That's
and
great. Hey, just another thought. Is there any concerns in general about a septic system, like don't dump grease, or what are
yeah, the
other
first thing
little
is
quick takeaways on that?
when you're done eating at night, I know everybody likes rinsing their plate off and everything, but take your napkin or another napkin and wipe your plate off, okay? I know it's a little more, but in the long term, you figure how many times you do this over the course, that fat goes down. This can't always catch it. It'll pass, especially if you're using warm water, it liquefies it.
Right.
Okay, as soon as it gets to where it's cold, where you don't have the heat build up to liquefy it, ends
Guess
up
what?
here on the inside. Water can't pass through it.
Yeah.
All these enzymes and everything else do not eat grease. Okay, you can't. And you can try Drano, you could try all the products, just not going to happen. In fact, you'll probably eat the product.
Yeah.
So
the other thing I heard about, what about a washer? Are you supposed to hook a wash machine to here or not? Or what's the code in Connecticut?
You got to watch the phosphate content on soaps. A lot of people just dump, and that looks good. You should really take the time to measure. First, for your own health, because it's not good to wear that stuff, because obviously it is coming into your skin. But take the time and read what the instructions are. A lot of us just figure we
know better.
We know better. And the good thing is that if your wife is using too much soap, this will tell you because it'll clog. That's where I stop you.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
You'll be out here pulling that filter out, thanking your wife for that one.
Yeah. I said okay.
Or
good.
you if you do the laundry.
All right. Well, okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, I just couldn't remember. You know, the old thing was, hey, don't ever tie that into your septic. But I believe in Connecticut's code, right?
Well, it's code. I myself have a separate system. Okay. And which I'm an old believer of having multiple things, but I also have different water uses than you do. Not everybody lives the same, so you try to generalize. You know.
Well, thanks, Mike. I appreciate you taking the time and coming out and reviewing some of these products, and even better yet, putting the system in.
Well, you know, we're busy, and you know, every day counts because winter is not far away, and everybody thinks, you know, a nice sunny day, take a day off. Well, I like taking winters off to take my winter sports.
Yep.
And
well, there you go.
I'm not a boater.
That's it. Make it happen during the summer.
Dave.
Thanks again, Mike.
Yep.
Hey, that was great. You know, we talked to, actually, the well driller was here, and then kind of back to back, we ran into, you know, Mike Evangelisti here to kind of talk about, you know, the septic system and types of products and how to put one in, and also some other concerns. So great information. Hopefully everybody gets some good takeaways from that. Stay tuned. There's a lot more things happening on this eco-friendly home we're building here.